Some stories are not just tales of courage and endurance. They become living examples of what it means to fight, survive, and triumph. This is the breathtaking true story of Asha Ahmed, a young woman who survived 205 days alone in the frozen wilderness of Antarctica after a devastating plane crash. The beginning. A dream. A mission. Asha Ahmed, a 24-year-old woman from Pakistan, had always dreamed of visiting the mysterious and extreme continent of Antarctica. She was a fearless photographer and an environmental activist. One day, she got the chance of a lifetime to join an international research expedition to Antarctica to study its wildlife and the effects of climate change. It was the journey of her dreams, but no one could have imagined that it would become the toughest battle for her life. The crash. Falling from the sky into ice. The team's plane took off from an airport in Chile, but just a few hours into the flight, a sudden snowstorm, violent winds, and a technical malfunction caused the aircraft to crash in the icy wastelands of Antarctica. When Asha opened her eyes, she was surrounded by snow, debris, and silence. She was the only survivor. The first week. Shock, fear, and a choice. The first few days were filled with pain, grief, and confusion. There was no proper food, no clean water, and death loomed all around her. But Asha was not one to give up. She gathered what little was left from the wreckage, some dried food packets, a first aid kit, and a broken satellite phone. In that moment, she made a decision. I will not die here. Loneliness. Facing the terror of being alone. The silence of Antarctica was deafening. The icy winds howled like ghosts, and every night felt colder than death. Asha began talking to herself, drawing faces in the snow, and even befriending her own shadow just to keep her sanity. She learned quickly that loneliness was a greater enemy than hunger or cold. The struggle for survival. A new battle every day. To stay alive, Asha melted snow for water. She carved holes into frozen lakes to catch fish. She collected bird eggs for protein. Using aircraft scraps and snow blocks, she built a small shelter. Every sunrise was a victory. Every sunset was a prayer. Danger and death. Bears, blizzards, and broken hope. One day, a giant polar bear wandered near her shelter. Asha lit a fire using broken seats and wires, scaring it away. She slipped on ice, fell into cracks, and once nearly froze to death, but something deep inside her refused to quit. She whispered to herself every day, I will live. I will return. Memories. The only warmth left. In the coldest, loneliest nights, Asha's memories kept her going. Her father's kind eyes, her mother's soothing voice, the laughter of her siblings, and the warmth of her home. She dreamed that one day she would return, not as a victim, but as a hero. The final day. A ray of hope. On the 205th day, she heard the faint sound of a helicopter. Using her last emergency flare, she sent a signal into the sky. They saw her. Asha Ahmed was rescued, weak but alive. Even the rescue team was stunned by the strength of her will and the conditions she survived in. The return. A new life. When Asha returned to Pakistan, the entire country celebrated her story. News channels, newspapers, and social media all hailed her as the Ice Princess and Pakistan's survivor heroine. She received the National Medal of Bravery and became an international speaker on courage, survival, and environmental awareness. The lesson. Nothing is impossible. Asha's story isn't just about a crash or survival. It's a living proof that hope, courage, and faith in God can carry a person through the darkest storms. She showed the world that even when frozen in the middle of nowhere, a fire inside the heart can keep you alive. Ending line. When life throws you into the coldest place on earth, it's the fire inside you that keeps you warm.